Hey guys, John here. I'm here with my friend Redneck, and I'm here with Jonathan, or on his channel he's known as Gosuto.
Just like that.
He is a small YouTuber with 70 subscribers and over 774 views. So how about you tell us a little about your channel as I get everything set up?
Yeah, of course. Well, my channel is it's a pretty simple channel. It's just a bunch of gameplays. I don't like doing really long gameplays, like 1 hour gameplays like most people do. I like getting them short. You know, a lot of cuts, a lot of clips, more than an actual gameplay, so I can show the story or what's going on, and you know, showing funny parts so it keeps being entertaining as well. That's what I do most of the times. But now I'm getting into like little skits. I'm doing like just me in front of the cameras. The last thing I did was showing my room, and it ended up being hilarious. I like that video a lot. So yeah, I'm getting to that as well. Some comedy, I will say.
I looked through your channel, and like you said, it is heavily edited. And one of the things you have on here, like one of your popular videos I seen, was the Freddie Mercury reenacted, which has 57 views at this moment.
Oh yeah.
So, why did you come up with that title? And yes, I saw you laughing there, Redneck.
Yeah. The thing with that one is just before making the video, I saw the new Bohemian Rhapsody trailer, so it was just in the back of my mind when I made the video. And actually, a lot of people, most of the discovery of that video is people looking up Freddie Mercury one-hand clapping. They actually look up Freddie Mercury doing claps with one hand. That's pretty funny. Yeah, doing that.
So as I saw here, you only have a few videos on your channel, and you've been doing YouTube for over a year, but I saw you have a lot of gaps. So is it just like you are in school or something, or you just don't have as much time as you thought you would, and you're just trying to stick to it more now?
What happened is that I tried to start last year when I was back on my country. But of course, the internet there wasn't good, so if I ever wanted to upload a video, I had to go to a friend's house that had good internet, or to edit a video. My computer there was the worst, so it took me forever to edit one video. You know, you see my videos, there's a lot of work behind them, right? So it was just hard, so I decided to stop until I got out of the country.
So, where are you now exactly?
Canada. I'm on Canada right now.
Canada, okay.
I moved to Canada.
So you're somewhere close. Oh no, it's just like I was doing research stuff. I tend to do a lot of research before I do a podcast with somebody.
Yeah.
And I saw it says you're from Venezuela, and now you're in Canada. Okay, I just want to make sure we don't do anything that makes Venezuelans angry.
Yeah.
You have any questions for him, Redneck, as I look through here?
I'm still stuck on this one-hand clapping thing.
Well, yeah, like the video game that I play is called One Hand Clapping. So, but it has nothing to do with one hand clapping, right? It's a singing game. You know, so you like kind of reach your voice and you go through notes. That's what it is about.
Kind of like a karaoke game.
Similar to it, you know, it has like a little gameplay to it.
I see how heavily edited your videos are, and which are actually a lot better than I was expecting for someone of a channel your size. No offense and all.
No,
how long does it take you to like the whole video process from beginning to end, evolving your videos? Like from getting the idea, recording, editing, and uploading.
Oh well, so right now I have a video. It's 40 minutes long. And it took me 3 straight hours of editing. Yeah, like it depends. So some videos are easier to make, some are not. For example, the last video I uploaded where I was like showing my room was kind of like a skit. I just recorded for 20 minutes and cut it down a little bit. You know, that was easier to make, for example. But yeah, I will say that the average is 3 hours of editing and 1 hour of recording if it's a video game.
Okay, so it's like 4 hours plus however long it takes to upload and such.
Well, yeah, here the internet is awesome. You know, the uploading is like 20 minutes. So it's pretty easy.
Yeah, especially if you're like hardwired to like the router and such.
Exactly. So it's not that part's not a big deal. And the thumbnails, 20 minutes max, 10 minutes. You know.
Yeah, that's another thing I was going to ask. Like your thumbnails, they're definitely a whole lot better than mine.
Yeah, I know some Photoshop. I always knew some Photoshop because I like editing and doing dumb images. So that's why I kind of know how to do them.
So what got you started on YouTube? That's one question I was going to ask.
I actually had a little interview where I answered that question. and it's really simple. I was just tired of this really dumb gameplays, boring gameplays. That's the problem. Boring gameplays getting like super high top. You know, like 40 minutes of a guy not even talking. You know, just playing. I wanted to make something different. That's why.
Yeah, I saw that right there. That's what made you started doing YouTube,
Yeah.
where you're interviewing another YouTuber just quickly. But no, it's like your games span from a lot of things. Like you have Inside, Little Nightmare, Close Your Eyes, and Bendy and the Ink Machine. So you don't stick to a lot of indie titles. It looks like you mainly stick to like AAA.
Yeah, I don't really because I will, you know, like that will limit me a lot, you know, if I only stick to one type of game. Because I've never liked only one type of game. I always like to play many different games, you know. So it will be fake to only play one type of game.
Yeah, like I'm a big World of Warcraft and Assassin's Creed fan. Redneck here is big into GTA. So it's good to spread yourself out in a sense, and even if it's a game you think you won't like, it's good to try it, and who knows, it may turn to your favorite game.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
wait a minute, okay. John, how many years have I been telling you to switch up your gameplay? Switch up your play and like keep everything like looking good. He does this and he tells you and you're like, that's a good idea.
Hey, fool, go on my channel and you'll see I do switch up my gameplay.
There you go.
You've been doing YouTube for a while and such. Is there any mistakes you made as a small YouTuber that you try to tell people, hey, don't do?
Ooh, well, I don't know if you realize, but on my first couple videos back on Venezuela, I didn't do thumbnails at all. You know, like I didn't even try. But I don't know why. For some reason, those videos have like a bunch of views.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't even know why.
ago?
Yeah, like the videos where I started doing YouTube, I don't know why they have so many views. But yeah, no, so far I don't really think I've made some crucial mistake that has killed my channel. You cannot kill my channel if it isn't even alive, you know?
Yeah. One mistake I made that I tell people not to do is don't go for the whole sub for sub thing.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because I mean, being a small YouTuber looking for tips and stuff, it may, because how they tag their videos, you may, or live streams, you may see it.
Yeah.
And like, hey, this might be a good idea. Don't do it.
No, of course. No, I never actually tried to do that, you know?
Well, I did it, and my channel got penalized for it. Luckily, my channel is just going back up.
Oh,
YouTube
really?
will penalize channels for doing stuff like that because, as I learned, it goes based off like watch time, not subscribers or views and such. Really, that's one thing I learned. You moved from Venezuela to Canada, so what is it like basically being the neighbors of the U.S. instead of like being in Canada?
Ooh.
Is it a whole lot different than you were expecting, or is it just like what you were expecting?
I mean, I before moving to Canada, I've been to Canada before. I had an expectation, you know, but it's completely different from where I come from. You know, Venezuela is shit. You know, there are no buses in the first place. You know, like here without a bus you die, right? Uber is not a thing there. Like I never thought of using Uber in my entire life. Internet connection, best thing that ever happened. Other than that is, yeah, pretty much what I expected. There is food on the supermarket. That's pretty good.
Wow, I was not expecting you to talk about Venezuela like that. It's like, wow, we're trying to be careful what to say because we don't want to make you mad or anything like that. And you're just like Venezuela is shit.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna lie to anybody, right? Just the way it is.
Do you miss Venezuela, or are you happy you moved?
I miss the people that I left behind, you know, because I had to come here to Canada by myself. You know, my parents had to stay there, my little brother had to stay there. So
Really? Why?
I moved as an international student.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's not like I am a refugee or something, or that all my family can come with me. You know, it's really hard to get into a big country like Canada.
So you're only here temporary. You're just here taking care of like school and stuff, or
Yeah.
are you going to be staying here?
The way Canada works is that you can study, right? You can study. My career is 3 years. After that, they give you 3 years to get a job. If you get a job, the job has to be in your career, of course. They give you a work permit, and after work permit, you can go for the permanent resident, and you know they let you go through the process. You know, it takes a couple of years, but you get there.
So that's what you're shooting for right now until YouTube starts working out, because you don't want to be like putting all your effort into YouTube and then it's like, hey, you gotta go.
Yeah, pretty much. I gotta do it while I can.
One question I asked, it's actually gonna be going up probably not too long after this stream. I talked to someone else who's not originally from the U.S. Because I'm interested in other people, is English like a language that you basically already knew, or is it something you had to learn? Because you speak it very well for someone who's from a country where from what I heard, is not really a national language at all.
Yeah. I had to learn English, of course. I started learning when I was 11 years old, because I'd always had, you know, like the idea of moving, because it has always been bad. So English was a good start. I finished the course when I was like 13 or 14. Came to Canada to do a summer course for 2 months, and then I did the TOEFL. It's an English test that you have to do to get to study abroad. The TOEFL is an English test, right? Yeah.
But I know like a lot of people are angry with a lot of the changes they made with like the 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000 hours of watch time.
Oh.
I know I was at first, but after doing the research, I see why they're doing it. How did you feel about that? Because you joined when basically anyone could monetize and stuff.
I don't know. I never really worry about it because I was just, you know, making those videos. Those 3 hours of editing is hilarious, just looking at me and doing it. You know, like it's funnier than the actual video, you know. So I always have a lot of fun making them. So I never even worried about it, you know. Even though if I did 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of view time is like 20 cents, you know, something like that. It's ridiculous. Nothing to worry about.
Yeah, like here's one. So you talk about how like I did see how your videos are funny and all. Why did you choose to mainly do gaming and not like sketch comedy or something? Why did you choose going to an oversaturated genre on YouTube?
That's simple, because sketch are hard to make.
Oh, so you thought about it at first?
Yeah, no, actually I thought about it, but I don't have a camera good enough to do that. If you seen the video I did on my room, on my setup, it's called Raid My Setup, I think it's called. Yeah, the movements on the camera are just terrible.
Yep.
They look bad because I'm doing everything on my phone, right? So maybe I'll get there when I have like the means to get there. You know, gaming is just what I always love doing. It's just funny, just entertaining for me. You know, if it's entertaining for me, it's entertaining for everybody else. On top of that.
For anyone coming to your channel and such, how would you what would you tell them to be looking for with their channel and such? Make sure, like, if they're coming in like, hey, I'm interested in this channel, what would you recommend them to watch and such?
I actually made a YouTube trailer. There I show what I do and I explain it a little bit. It's like a 50-second video, you know, and yeah, that's
best YouTube intro of all time. And
there you go.
I'm sure when you go on like your Creator Studio, your analytics and all, you just see how it's growing. Do you use that to like try to predict where your channel's going, or do you just basically just go like, you know what, fuck it, if it works out, it works out?
Well, yeah, I try to have a schedule. Right now I'm uploading every Wednesday and Saturday, Wednesday and Saturday. I don't really watch the analytics that much because they don't really show that much right now. Maybe when I have like a couple thousand people, they may show up more. You're just moving your ears?
Oh, what? Oh. Yeah, right next.
That's quality podcast. Oh, yeah. I've realized that people like more my face-to-face, you know, only me and the camera kind of things than my actual gameplays. That's something I've realized, so I should do more of that.
Yeah, that was one thing I realized, because like on my channel when I make vlogs and such, when people do engage with it, they engage with it more personal than like say a live stream or past video, because it's just they see it as more of an engagement.
Yeah.
I don't understand why.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
like the gameplay is more entertaining.
Phone camera. Looking here, as I can see, where you get an average, like a pretty crazy average amount of views a day, like 30, 25, 31. But one I like to look at when I'm talking to channels like yours and other people's, I like to look at the future projections, which what is showing up here is how it says in only a few months, like a year and 10 months, you should hit 1,000 subscribers at the rate you're going.
Oh, that's interesting. 1,000 in a
Yes.
year.
Yeah, in 20 days you're supposed to hit 100 is what it says. Of course, sometimes it's right, sometimes it's wrong.
I mean, everything could
But
happen,
if-
you know? Anything could happen.
At the rate you're going and how things are checking out on here, do you honestly think with the effort you're putting in, can you hit that number, or can you just like surpass it, be like at 1,000 in maybe 8 months?
Yeah, pretty much. I think I could. I think my videos are funny enough. I think they're good enough for that. You know, like I've seen people with a couple million doing more boring thing than I do. I don't see why not.
A lot of big YouTubers like changing their niche and stuff to where it's like how like the biggest YouTuber PewDiePie went from gaming to more satire.
Oh yeah.
Do you see yourself doing that down the road, like if things work out, or do you just see yourself sticking to gaming like Jack or Mark?
It depends on what feels right, you know. Right now, gaming feels super right. I actually just downloaded like 4 games today to play on my channel. I think I'm gonna make a new series on Mondays out now. But yeah, it depends on what feels right at the moment. Right now, I like gaming. I do a little bit of my Saturday videos are kind of like me with the camera and just satire, like you will say. Everything depends. Everything depends. Cannot tell.
Like, so how do people like outside of YouTube, like if you tell them like, hey man, I make these videos and stuff, like how do you feel when they like if they say, hey man, I checked it out, I enjoyed it, or it's like, you know what, it's not my type of thing?
Oh well, no one has told me it's not my type of thing, you know. I'm super outgoing, like in person, so it's easy for me to tell someone to watch my videos. It is always a good response.
It's funny, like I check YouTube daily and stuff, and I see like that random hate comment and stuff, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna delete you.
I haven't get any hate yet on my YouTube comments.
Oh, trust me, you will. You gotta have thick skin for YouTube. I've seen people go like, oh man, I can handle anything, and then they get that one hate comment. It's like, you know what, I'm done.
I quit. Enough.
On your like video, I saw like how you talked about how you feel like you poke jabs at Indian, like the Littlest Nightmares, how you, like person was running in and you're like, oh, they must be from America, like the whole American song. What's up with that? I'm just like, wait, I don't get it.
They don't get it. Like everybody gets like the joke was like it's because, you know, people from outside of America, they see them as fat people, McDonald's and that kind of stuff. I was actually going to put a McDonald's sign on the way they were walking. I just didn't. Yeah, it's just like a stereotype, you know, just a stereotype. That's a joke.
Yeah, but okay, I understand that. Like it was just a stereotypical joke. You didn't mean anything by it.
No, I'm not saying all Americans are fat or ugly. You know, you look handsome, husband. Don't worry about it.
So the last question is, I usually ask other YouTubers this: do you see yourself doing this in like 5-10 years? So, like if everything plays out right, you see this becoming like a full-time job and all? Do you see yourself doing that, or do you see yourself moving on to something else?
Actually, I would love to do this for like that long. You know, it's actually just a lot of fun to do it. Yeah, I get little reactions from people, but when I do get them, it's just a lot of joy. You know, you get a really filled up inside. So I will totally do it if it happens. You know, I will do it. I'll probably do it otherwise. You know, it doesn't really matter if I get the attention or not. It's just fun to do. I'll just probably do it until I get bored of it. Till then, here I am. I upload videos twice a week.
Yeah, it's like right now you are just you're like, I'm going to go at this full time. Well, besides school and work and such, I'm going to go at this as much as I can.
Yeah.
And just try and get done, try and make people happy and stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gosuto, for coming on to the Table for 3 podcast and such. How about we'll give you the floor. Tell us what you got coming and stuff. What we got planned for your channel and all.
Okay, so now I actually kind of commented it. I'm gonna make a new series on Mondays. I'm gonna upload kind of story-based games where I kind of cut those clips. I cannot code those games because you have to see everything, or you don't get it. So yeah, I'm gonna start doing that on Mondays. I'm gonna upload that new game. It's a new indie game from 2018. So you gotta keep an eye for that one. Pretty excited about it.
You got anything you want to end with, Redneck?
Ladies, I'm still single.
You know
Hold on now. I'm making a new slogan. Okay. A new slogan because I need a girlfriend. 10 a chew if you want to screw. 1 a green if you want it mean.
Got him.
You're gonna get me banned from YouTube.
I'm gonna use it from now on my videos. I'm gonna write it down. That's gonna be my intro.
But basically, if you guys have enjoyed, please leave a like and really does help out a lot. And I will just see you all then, really.
Yeah.
So hopefully you all have a good one. See y'all then.